Share 89. My unknown alcoholic ancestor. There's my connection with my unknown alcoholic ancestor. For years, I would read the first step and think it was a nice step, made a lot of sense, liked it a lot. Then one day I was sitting in the Monaco step meeting and I realized, why, this first page of the first step means something more to me than I thought it did. It says, no other kind of bankruptcy, only an act of providence, the rapacious creditor. Well, I thought about my mother's side of the family, where I got my alcoholism from. I thought of her father, who was actually the person I got my alcoholism from, this grandfather whom I never knew because he had died of alcoholism by the time I was born. He was a banker in Providence, Rhode Island. So right there you have it, a subliminal message, right from the 12 and 12, right to me, my grandfather, the banker in Providence, Rhode Island. He died of alcoholism, and he was the only grandparent I never knew. No other kind of bankruptcy, only an act of providence, the rapacious creditor. At first I thought of this grandfather story with my mother's love for him and my love for her had appealed to my maternal instincts, and that is why I liked AA. But then I realized it was actually referring in its own way to the actual source of my alcoholic gene. Now there is a guy I met in the fall of 2008 at the Nice group. I have pictures of my grandfather, and this guy looks just like him. Exactly like him. He looked like his son, too, my mother's brother. And oddly enough, both my Uncle Mike and this guy were paratroopers in their respective armies. What if my grandfather had been an insurance broker for Lloyd's of London, or a carpet installer in Miami, or a pro golfer somewhere, or a lawyer in New York? Then I would have read the first page of the first step, and without it ever having any subliminal effect on me, therefore not identifying the powerless in my family of alcoholism. Intricacies like these are how people like me end up unwittingly and unknowingly taking the first